We are now going to go to chapter 9, and chapter 9 is about searching and sorting. When you store a lot of data, you want to be able to find it back, and in a large amount of data there has to be some system in the way that it's going to be stored. Think of a bookshelf in your own home, and you have a couple of books there. It's relatively easy to find any book that you have. Go to a library, you'd better have some way of searching system. Now, in computers there are many searching and sorting algorithms, but we'll cover some very basic ones over here in this chapter. You will learn much more about searching and sorting in the course Data Structures, and actually the name is a little bit misleading because it's also algorithms. So this is the course to take later to know more about searching and sorting, but we'll do some very basic things here. So we're starting with the most basic search algorithm, where you just start from the beginning and you go on until you find it. And that's similar to looking at the bookshelf. You look at the left and your eyes wander all the way to the right until you see the book that you're looking for. So a linear search starts at the beginning and continues to check until the value that it looks for, or until it reaches the end of the array. And this of course is similar to, you look for a book on your bookshelf, you look at the row of books, start at the left, go all the way to the right, and if you haven't found it yet, when you get all the way to the right, you say, must be somewhere else. If the value is found, then the function returns the index of a value. You can use that two ways. You can say, oh, hey, this is where I found it. The other thing that you can do is when you say, hey, I find a value that's greater than 0, then you know that at least the book it's in there. That can be more a true-false thing. Over here we're just going to look at the position. If the value is not found, then over here we're going to return -1 because there is no such thing as a position -1. And over here we have an array of test scores, and we look for a score of 100. So function linear search, we send it over here an array. This is the size of the array. This is the thing that we look for, and what we return is the position over here. We'll leave the size constant over here. Over here we have the definition of an array, and you see that it has the value of 100 actually in it. And then over here the result, which is basically the position. So send it to the linear search with the array of tests, the size of the array and the value that you look for, and over here you get the position. Then as the user output we can say, hey, if the result is equals to -1, remember two equal signs over here, otherwise you just put the value -1 in this result over here, then you did not earn any 100 points on any of the tests, and otherwise it will give you the position over here, and since it's user output you have to add 1 to it. Linear search over here, this is the function. We get over here the array. We use the const keyword since we don't want to change the array as we're working with it. Size of the array and the value that we're looking for, and over here we have a Boolean value that it's found. So you start at an index of 0. So you're going to use a while loop over here in this case. So as long as your index is less than the size and you have not found it yet, then you check if the element in the array is equal to the value. If that is, then you change found to true. So over here we start with false, and then we change found to true over here. So the next time we go back to the while, this becomes false. It has not been found, but found is now true, so we don't have to continue. And we set the position at the index where we are looking, and if it's found, then we just return that. If it's not found, then we just increase the index, so we go to the next one. So let's run this, knowing that 100 is in the tests. And if you look at the array, you see that it's in position 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, it's index number 3, but that's okay. Now, let's say that we want to look for 75, so I just change this to 75. And I'd also have to change this over here to 75. And then you earn 75 points on test 2. Test 1, test 2 over here, index 0, index 1. And if I want to look for 77, which is not in there, and I'd have to change this also. Then of course we get the message you did not earn 77 points on any of the tests. But each time we just send it to the function linear search over here, and then over here, based on the position that we get, either -1 for non-existing or the actual position +1, we print the feedback to the user.